A few weeks ago, we introduced the new initiative Battlefield Labs, a bold step for the Battlefield franchise that aims to test fresh ideas before they're implemented in the full game. The concept is simple but promising. Give players a taste of what's to come in Battlefield 6, as we're calling it for now, while allowing the developers to fine-tune gameplay based on community feedback and beta tester reactions. If this succeeds, it could be the key to finally putting Battlefield back on the map after the disappointing releases of Battlefield 5 and Battlefield 2042. In the first Battlefield Labs announcement, we got a brief glimpse of what the next chapter of Battlefield could look like. The teaser showed a present-day combat setting, reminiscent of Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, with no futuristic tech or out-of-this-world gadgets, just pure, gritty modern warfare. Think tactical combat, ruined cities, and intense firefights set in what looks like a Middle Eastern battleground. It's everything Battlefield fans have been craving after the sci-fi mess that was Battlefield 2042. So, what's the deal with all these leaks from beta testers? Well, we're diving into those today, breaking down what the Battlefield community is saying and giving you our honest take on the early impressions. Get ready, because things are heating up. Before we dive deeper into the leaks, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future gaming discussions. And don't forget, Green Man Gaming has some exclusive discounts on upcoming game releases, so be sure to check them out for the best deals. Now let's jump right in. The leaks surrounding Battlefield 6 are starting to pile up, and while we're still in the early stages, some key things are already standing out. And I've got to admit, there's a lot to get excited about here, especially considering how things have gone downhill in the past with Battlefield 5 and Battlefield 2042. One of the most promising aspects from these leaks is the return of destruction. Battlefield has always been known for its iconic environmental damage, blowing up walls, knocking down buildings, and creating a truly dynamic battlefield. And guess what? It's back in full force. The massive destruction mechanics from previous Battlefield games seem to be alive and well, which is huge for the franchise. It brings that chaotic, unpredictable feel that Battlefield is all about. But while things are looking good, let's not get too carried away. As much as we all want this to be a return to form, we have to remember EA's track record. Battlefield 2042 looked incredible in its trailers, but what did we get on launch? A buggy mess with unbalanced gameplay, missing features, and a community that was downright frustrated. So while this all looks promising, we need to stay cautious and wait for real reviews and gameplay impressions before jumping to conclusions. What's returning in Battlefield 6? From what we've seen in the leaked gameplay, we can tell that Battlefield 6 is setting the stage for a classic return to the series' roots. First off, destruction is making a massive return. Expect to see buildings crumble, walls disintegrate under gunfire, and the world around you being torn apart in real time. It's what made Battlefield feel so immersive in the past, and it looks like the developers are bringing that back in a big way. Next up, the class system is back. Gone are the confusing operator roles of Battlefield 2042. Now, players will return to familiar class-based roles, each with specific responsibilities. The Assault class will focus purely on combat and explosives, while support will handle both ammo and medical duties. Engineers and snipers remain largely unchanged, maintaining their classic roles. This should bring some much-needed clarity to the game and ensure that everyone knows their role on the battlefield. Along with the class system, the leaderboard and chat features are back. These were sorely missed in Battlefield 2042, where the lack of these features felt like a step backward. Now, players can once again track their progress and communicate with their team, which is a huge plus for those who enjoy a competitive, team-based experience. In terms of customization, it's clear that EA is listening to fans. Weapon mods, loadouts, and all the customization options that were missing in Battlefield 2042 are making their return. This allows players to tailor their experience to their own playstyle, making each match feel more personal and dynamic. Whether you're crafting the perfect sniper rifle or optimizing your support loadout, customization will play a major role in how you approach each battle. What's new? We've seen some exciting new mechanics in these leaked clips as well. For starters, there's the dragging mechanic. When a teammate is downed, instead of just reviving them in the open, players will be able to drag their fallen comrades to safety before bringing them back into the fight. This small yet significant addition will add an extra layer of tactical depth and realism to the gameplay. Another standout feature is the permanent kill mechanic. If a sniper lands a well-placed headshot, the target won't be able to be revived. It's a simple change, but it's one that's sure to be appreciated by those who enjoy a more realistic experience. No more getting sniped in the head only to be revived moments later with a syringe. These additions seem to point to a more immersive, tactical battlefield experience, one that rewards teamwork and strategy over just pure gunplay. Despite the excitement, there are a few things that have us cautious. One of the biggest issues with Battlefield 2042 was its lack of polish, server problems, poor optimization, and bugs galore. Will Battlefield 6 suffer the same fate? It's hard to say, but based on EA's track record, it's not unreasonable to expect some technical issues on launch. There's also the concern about vehicle animations. In the leaks, getting into vehicles looks pretty bare bones. There's no animation of your character climbing into a tank or jeep. It's a minor detail, but Battlefield has always been about those small touches that make the game feel more real. Without them, the game might feel a little less immersive. And then there's the ever-present fear of monetization. We all know EA has a habit of sneaking microtransactions into their games post-launch. Will Battlefield 6 follow that same pattern? Will there be pay-to-win mechanics or locked content behind paywalls? EA has promised to focus on player-first experiences, but actions speak louder than words. Final thoughts. Can EA redeem Battlefield? It's clear that Battlefield 6 has the potential to be something special. The return of destruction, the class system, and new features like the dragging mechanic show that EA is trying to get back to what made the series great. However, given EA's past mistakes, it's hard to fully trust that this will be the Battlefield game we've been waiting for. For now, I'd recommend keeping your expectations in check. The leaks are promising, but we've all been burned before. Let's wait for full gameplay impressions and reviews before jumping in. And as always, be cautious with pre-orders. Now, let's talk about what really matters, what you think. I know a lot of Battlefield veterans are feeling cautiously optimistic, but there's also a healthy amount of skepticism in the community. And honestly, that's the right mindset to have. After everything EA has done with the franchise, blind hype isn't the way to go. But at the same time, we can't ignore that Battlefield 6 is showing serious potential. If EA really nails this, we could see a revival of the franchise on the level of Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4. A game that actually listens to the community, that embraces destruction, that offers solid class-based gameplay and immersive, large-scale warfare. But if they mess it up again, if we get another Battlefield 2042-style disaster, then this might be the last straw for many players. So, I want to hear from you. Are you feeling excited, or are you keeping your guard up? Do you think EA has learned from its mistakes, or are they just setting us up for another disappointment? Let's get a real discussion going in the comments. And if you're as passionate about gaming as we are, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We cover the biggest gaming news, breakdowns, reviews, and of course, everything nerdy, anime, movies, and beyond. We don't just hype things up blindly. We break them down, analyze them, and keep things real. Also, if you're looking for the best deals on upcoming games, don't forget to check out Green Man Gaming. They've got some of the best discounts on pre-orders and new releases, so if Battlefield 6 turns out to be worth it, that's the place to get it for less. And even if you're still on the fence, there are tons of other games with great deals there, so be sure to take a look. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button to let us know, and share this video with other Battlefield fans so they can join the discussion. We'll keep covering all the updates, leaks, and official reveals as they come in, so stay tuned. Until next time, stay sharp, stay skeptical, and we'll see you on the battlefield.